If you've always felt like the traditional path, school, job, retire, was never meant for you. If you've battled with jobs, systems, and silent mornings that made your soul ache, then this message isn't just content, it's a confirmation. Chosen ones were never made to follow the world. They were designed to disrupt it. Let's dive into the 7 undeniable signs that you were never meant to work like the world wants you to. Your spirit already knows. Sign 1. You never truly fit in, no matter the job. You tried. You stayed quiet. You smiled. You obeyed the rules, showed up on time, wore the uniform. But no matter the job, your soul whispered, "This isn't me." And you weren't being lazy. You weren't being difficult. You were being misaligned. Those with a deeper calling feel an inner resistance whenever they're placed in environments that suppress their spiritual expansion. Their energy vibrates at a frequency that corporations can't contain. Like trying to fit the ocean into a box. The box will break, not the water. And that's what always happens. Something breaks. Either your health, your peace, your identity. Because you were never meant to conform. You were meant to awaken. Sign 2. Work drains you in ways that sleep can't fix. There's tired, and then there's that spiritual exhaustion. The kind that sinks into your bones after a day pretending to be someone you're not. You don't just feel fatigue, you feel grief. You go home wondering, why does it feel like I'm dying inside, even when everything on the outside seems fine? The world will tell you to toughen up, but the truth is, your spirit is too awake for meaningless tasks. Chosen ones are creators, healers, visionaries. They were not designed to trade time for survival, because their energy is sacred. And when misused, it depletes fast. Sign 3. You've heard the call, even if you can't explain it. It came in a dream, a voice, a whisper, a breakdown. Something pulled you aside from the noise and said, "You were made for more." That wasn't imagination. That was initiation. Chosen ones often receive their calling in strange, unexplainable ways. And the moment they say yes, their old life starts to fall apart. Jobs collapse. Relationships shift. Nothing feels safe anymore. Because you're not here for safety. You're here for purpose. And purpose begins where comfort ends. Sign 4. Your gifts don't belong inside a cubicle. You've got insight. You see what others miss. You feel deeply. You sense energy. You carry words like medicine. But every time you try to use that gift in a job setting, it gets dismissed. Silenced, ridiculed, because systems don't reward authenticity. They reward obedience. Those with a deeper calling feel an inner resistance whenever they're placed in environments that suppress their spiritual expansion. It was made to contain it. But here's the secret. You don't need to be allowed to be yourself. Your gift is divine. It came before the job, and it will remain after it. Sign 5. You faced financial blocks that don't make sense. You try to save. You try to earn. You hustle. But it's like something always blocks the flow. And you start to wonder, am I cursed? But what if it's not punishment? What if your lack isn't a lack, but a divine redirection? Chosen ones often go through financial restriction because their soul refuses to build wealth the wrong way. It rejects paths that kill their purpose. You're not broken. You're being rerouted to a source-based income, not a survival-based job. The money will come, but not until you stop betraying your gift to get it. Sign 6. Authority triggers you deeply. The moment someone says, "Just do as you're told," something inside you resists. You're not trying to be rebellious. You're responding to misalignment. That deep resistance to control is not ego, it's calling. It's your soul refusing to be enslaved again. Chosen ones are natural leaders, not followers. Your compass doesn't point to authority, it points to truth. And truth rarely wears a name badge or holds a clipboard. Sign 7. You break down when you betray yourself. You've tried to be normal. You've tried to go through the motions like everyone else, just to make it to the end of the day. But your body fights you. Anxiety, depression, burnout, illness. Your soul doesn't want to survive, it wants to live. And every time you betray your inner knowing, your body sounds the alarm. Chosen ones often go through emotional collapse not because they're weak, but because they're being awakened. Pain isn't punishment, it's prophecy. If you see yourself in these signs, you're not broken. You're becoming. You're not lazy. You're awakening. You're not failing. You're shedding everything that was never meant for you. You don't belong to the system. You belong to the mission. Chosen one, your time is coming. And your soul already knows the way.